Hi, you guys. It's been a little while for me in recording and doing this work here for the collective, and I am glad to be back. I'm feeling much better. Those of you who saw my post in the community last week, I am doing much better. I'm feeling much better. You can see my key. You can see my cat. That's Tyson. Anyways, I tapped in and I pulled some cards to kind of tap into what's going on in the energies of the collective here in Spirit and Sarai. And I had to take a breath, okay? Because this is a very powerful energy that's coming through right now. We have the first cards that appeared. There's like something tickling my arm. Interesting. Maybe you've been experiencing that too lately. Something unseen, like kind of caressing or tickling. Anyways, the three cards that came out at first were the Maiden, Mother, and Crone. Okay? So, we are talking in the energies here of the triple moon goddess, Hecate. Okay? Hecate is making an appearance here for the collective at this time. The reason why, okay, is that there was a prayer that was sent out to her, okay? And as if I needed more clarity on who is coming through, the Queen card also arrived here with these, okay? A lot of people refer to Hecate as the queen of the underworld. So, that being said, there was a prayer that was sent out recently by whoever this is for in the collective, okay? And it's about seeds. It's about seeds that were planted. And these kinds of seeds that were planted, they're not talking just about seeds that were planted in this lifetime, okay? And here's why I say that. These seeds are also pertaining to seeds that were planted in lives before this lifetime, okay? The reason why is because Bardo also came out. And Bardo, it speaks about the liminal space between this lifetime and the next, okay? It's that space in between there. And the seeds that were planted, okay, that are being referred to here in this regard, were seeds that were planted many lifetimes before this one, all right? And it's like this prayer that was sent out about these seeds kind of activated a certain amount of growth here. The forest came out as well. And where you were expecting to see maybe one or two philosophical, metaphorical trees, okay, there is a whole forest now, is the message that's coming through here. The forest also speaks about walking in a path where you can't see in front of you, and this might be kind of the energy that you are working with, because Hecate is also known to be the way shower, to hold the lantern of light along the pathways, right? And she is the guardian of pathways themselves. So there is this energy of this person in the collective, of you, who I'm speaking to, who has clicked on this video, who this video was brought to, okay? Where you are on this certain path, and you know that you are having difficulty, like, seeing the next step, okay? If that makes sense. And this prayer that you had sent out, perhaps you weren't exactly expecting Hecate to show up to answer this prayer. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. But it makes sense as to why she is showing up to help you in these regards, okay? Because I feel like you are going to be coming across certain gateways and certain pathways that perhaps you hadn't really thought of choosing before, okay? Before what, I don't know. I'm not sure what she's referring to with that. The forest also speaks about finding the right path as well, okay? And of things being hidden. So does the bardo. It's the liminal space between, and it takes on the hidden, like, shadows, the hidden information, and this also could be tied to like ancestral energy as well, things within the family line that might have been hidden as well, okay? This also could be speaking about the seeds that were planted by passed on loved ones, okay? And these seeds are beginning to blossom and to begin to grow and to show up for you, okay? And perhaps there's so much growth that it's becoming a bit confusing, okay? Because this also is giving off an energy of, you know, being a little lost and being a little confused as to what to do with this massive, like, explosion of growth is what's really, like, being explained to me. Also, the fact that the queen also has that moon imagery on there as well, it also speaks of things being hidden. But there is also that promise of the snake there in the hand, which represents wisdom. Wisdom from the shadows and working within the realms of the shadows in order to uncover things that are hidden, okay? That's what I'm getting first and foremost. So I went ahead and grabbed my deck. I'm just going to continue using these because this is what I have at my disposal right now. And kind of delve into this energy of the prayer that you had sent out, okay? What was this prayer maybe about, or what messages does Hecate have in regards to this prayer that was recently put out there, vibrationally speaking, okay? We have apocalypsis here, okay? More underworld energy, all right? There was a time when maybe it was like a tower moment, or you felt like there was some kind of destruction that was happening, okay? And maybe that's what brought on this, like, activating prayer. There was an ending, okay? Apocalypsis is all about the endings. And I had one fall out of the deck as I was talking, and the one that fell out was the flame, okay? Which does make sense, but I'm going to tap more into this apocalypsis energy first, because I feel like the root of the inquiry, the root of the prayer is within that energy. I just heard too to not question working with these energies as well. Maybe you had like questioning of delving into like underworld, delving into the shadows of things. And with the flame popping out here, it's showing you that even in the exploration that you are doing, okay, and with Hecate herself presenting herself to you, which is a very big deal, by the way, if you don't know. She is definitely one who you do not approach. You wait for her to approach you, okay? And so the flame that is within you is always going to burn brightly no matter how dark, you know, it may seem to get. All right? And so that's what I feel is being brought through this one, particularly popping out of the deck there. So with this one, okay, there was something that occurred that was like, I'm hearing the expression ripping the Band-Aid off, okay? So there was pain involved, whether emotional or physical or whatever. There was like emotional damage, okay, that had happened from kind of lifting the veil on something for you, and truths that were kept in the dark, okay? That's what we were talking about here. Truths that were kept in the dark were revealed to you. And this is where this, like, it's kind of like Three of Swords energy, all right? It's a feeling of despair. It's a feeling of hurt. It's a feeling of grief, of pain that maybe was not expected once this veil was lifted off and once these things were exposed and uncovered. So the prayer that was sent out, it was sent out during this time of revealing, okay? This time of things being seen, this time of exposure to the things that were hidden amongst the shadows for you. So that is like the first phase of this energy, all right? That was when the prayer was sent out. Now, there is a second phase to this energy, and that is to be considered the regeneration after such damage was done, okay? It's the regrowth. It's where the old can then become transformed into something new. And what it all boils down to is having a certain amount of faith in this process, which may sound a little crazy to you, but keeping your faith alive in this process that you are undergoing, okay, is where this transformation is going to come out of. All the while being able to hold on to your center, okay, that flame that is within you, holding on to your center while going through this process. And I truly feel as if this is why Hecate has shown up. This is what she has shown up to help you with. To help you, which sounds like an oxymoron, I understand that, with it being like an underworld energy, okay? But she is representative of the maiden, mother, and the crone. So she is offering support in you being able to center yourself in this frequency while you are undergoing the transformational process. The thing that I'm hearing the most right now is that with one truth comes even more truth. So there's a certain preparedness that you need to undergo as well, because the more that is revealed, the more will be revealed, okay? And so it's just really important to hold on to that center of yours, okay? All right, so I had a knock on the door. Interruptions, right? That could be another thing that you're dealing with as well, interruptions. But yeah, I was pretty much at the end of that message anyways. I hope this helps whoever this was for. Congratulations on the Queen contacting you personally. But yeah, good luck on your venture. Many blessings to you. Thank you for allowing me to hold this space for you as well. I truly appreciate each and every one of you here on Spirit and Sarai. I truly, truly do. Okay? And thank you for your patience as well, as I dealt with not feeling so good last week. Anyways, until next time, I love you. Peace.